theaters, so I did get to go see Fantastic Beasts 3. Took me a while to remember because it's been a while since I've seen a movie, and of course, it's been a while since they've done the Fantastic Beasts ones. So this one, of course, is all about the secrets of Dumbledore. I remember where we left off. Grindelwald had just finished technically committing crimes, hence the Crimes of Grindelwald being the previous one. And now you get the backstory between Grindelwald, Dumbledore, Credence, and other characters who are very important for writing books using the Harry Potter universe. It is a bit jarring seeing Mads Mikkelsen, who's Grindelwald, taking the place of Johnny Depp, right next to Ezra Miller, given all the issues Ezra Miller's currently dealing with. Ezra Miller, of course, is doing his best, like Tommy Wiseau impersonation with the long hair. Again, doesn't say an awful lot. I still don't fully understand if he's a good actor or not. I only really know him from his roles as Credence and the time he was in Flash. There's both a lot goes on. It feels like not an awful lot goes on, which is always one of those bizarre sort of things. So they're in the process of actually figuring out who is going to be the new leader of the Ministry of Magic, which, okay. First, they're thinking they're going to do an actual vote on it. Okay, Grindelwald ends up being one of the three. It might end up being a spoiler, but probably not if you've seen any of the trailers for this film. And the way they end up choosing is through a creature that can best be described. Well, I won't go into too much description of said creature. That, of course, is why you have Newt Scamander throughout this whole thing. Easily my favorite Harry Potter character, but then again, I'm in my 40s, so I wasn't part of the real Harry Potter. You know, it was in theaters. It wasn't really a thing for me. It wasn't all something to end up, reading the books and all that. Yes, hon. I'll be out there in a minute, okay? Now, when it comes to it's something you can take a kid to go see, probably not. There's a lot of talk. There's a lot of, here's the politics of the world of magic, the wizarding world of magic. It's always great to see your baker, Jacob, who does a fantastic job of being the exposition dump character, where it's like, what's going on? Well, he's here to help fill in all of the gaps. There's a great moment they have on a train where they go through, here's everything that's going on, here's the characters, and here's a little bit about why they're important to the story. It was nice seeing them go to Hogwarts, use the Room of Requirement, which, again, not a spoiler. If you saw one of the trailers, they talk about, what room is this? It's the room that is required. I will say the Phoenix was really beautiful to look at. Again, got some nice special effects. The few battle sequences they did are incredibly, incredibly well done. I mean, all in all, I thought it was good. Again, the only jarring part being, Mads Mikkelsen and Ezra Miller. Solid acting. Again, Eddie Redmayne does a fantastic job. Mads Mikkelsen, probably pronounced his first name wrong, and if I am, I apologize. Does a really good job. Again, Eddie Redmayne, fantastic. They do just enough to let you know, it's been several years since you've probably seen a Fantastic Beasts movie. Here's a character, here's why they're important, and giving you just enough. This character is important because it's like, okay, good. Because I might get lost with some of these names. And definitely some moments I would not take a kid to go see. There is a sequence where there's a bunch of creatures, which is both frightening, and then the way they are dealt with is very humorous. I thought this was good. But I'm a weird person. I prefer the Fantastic Beasts franchise to the Harry Potter franchise. I mean, I do actually have a Bowtruckle over there in one of my cases, but I enjoy it. Again, I can't go into a lot because a lot of what happens is expositional related. So it's like, okay, this person is stepping down as the leader of the Ministry of Magic. Here are people who are trying to do it. Here's their reasons why they're trying to do it. Okay. And then here's why this is important. Throwing a battle sequence here and there. The fights that Credence has are really interesting. Hearing more about his backstory was interesting, even though it seems to happen around him and not with him, which just comes off kind of odd. The moment you get to see Mickelson opposite Jude Law, really, really well done. There is some incredibly great acting in this. You've got a lot of just really solid actors who get into their roles very well. I mean, I enjoyed it. Again, it's one of those films where at a little over 2 hours, not a lot happens in action, but a lot happens that progresses the story, which makes the action moments even that much better. Especially during a sequence towards the end of the film where it is both comical because of how things are done, but also done in a way where it's serious enough that nobody laughs, but it's just outrageous enough that if you'd watch it at home, you'd probably laugh during the process. Of course, I went live with this. Sorry that my wife was having questions about where we're going to be putting some plants for butterflies. But all in all, liked it, thought it was good. I'm looking forward to seeing some more films in theaters over the next couple of months. One, of course, being Doctor Strange 2, which looks fantastic. So it's been a while since I've seen a movie in theaters, and this one was pretty good. Definitely something you should see in a theater, given the size and the scope, how big things are. When you're seeing a magical creature, whether it's a phoenix or a niffler or a bowtruckle, or just seeing the magic battles themselves, it really helps to see it in this really large, grandiose scale.